Sitting here with my friend Ramon.
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 Better known as, under his artist name, Charly Lownoise.
Yes.
Of the famous duo Charly Lownoise and Mental T.O. For people who don't know you, you scored a lot of big hits in the happy hardcore segment of the world.
In the 90s.
In the 90s.
Yes.
Now it's 2017.
Yeah.
And you are still
playing as a DJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
How come?
Because I like it. I still feel that my heart is in it. For instance, when tonight we were talking just before about it. When I go to a performance, then it might be in the middle of the night, or just as it is today. We were traveling to the south of Holland, and we were visiting you before. And afterwards, we go into a hotel, and we sleep a little bit, and then we go to the club, and we have to start at 2 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
But then we make a kind of a holiday, a short holiday of it.
Yeah.
And that's good. That feels really good.
You're not playing every weekend?
Not every weekend, no.
And what about, you could imagine, I'll have to get a lot of money because in 10 years or 5 years, this is all going to be over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the 90s. In the 90s, for me, it was like, oh man, we have to grab it all. We have to do it all. I cannot say no to any kind of gig because we have to grab 300 gigs a year, 250. But now I'm getting a little bit older, and I'm whatever Buddha, the God or something like that on my naked knees, that it's still going on, and that I still can play the music. And the good thing is that I'm now inside more relaxed about this. So I say, okay, I don't have to do so many gigs. I like it, but not so many, not like 200, but like for instance 30 or 35. And that feels really good, like a really good energy.
Yeah. And has there been a while that you stopped playing? Have you done a sabbatical for a year or two?
Yeah, 2005. Yeah, that was after really a very rough period again, like a rush, with the Star Splash period. People who don't know it, just Google Star Splash. 2001 until 2004. At the end of 2004, I had the same thing which I had back in the 90s, that I was on the edge of a burnout. And I was on, very short, we were doing a video in Daytona Beach. I was flying back to Amsterdam, and I was on the airport, and it was on a Friday morning. I landed there and I booked the Mercure Hotel there on the airport just to sleep a few hours and then go to Linz in Austria. But I was sleeping there just like 4 hours, and I woke up and I didn't know where I was. Like, oh, maybe you had it also sometimes when you had a very short sleep, then you don't know where you are. So I went to the sushi bar to grab some food, like a breakfast. And for instance, at that moment, the whole Schiphol airport was turning around me. Like I began to feel very dizzy, and exactly the same as I had back in the 90s, also in a club in The Hague. So I went on my knees there, and the people were looking at me. What is this?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt really terrible, and at that moment I thought I had to do a sabbatical. So I did a sabbatical in 2005, wrote my book, Autobiography of a DJ.
A documentary was made out of it?
Yes, documentary in 2007.
Is this still on YouTube?
Yeah, still on YouTube, still on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, Charly Lownoise YouTube channel. In this year, and also writing the book, was for me a very important thing, because I could, how do you say it in English, the drijfveren, why I was doing all those kind of things, why I was doing the DJing, why, because of the money, because of the women, because of because of the fame, you know, all those kind of things came up in me, and I could really see from a distance what was going on in the person of Ramon, of Charly Lownoise, and that was very important. So at the end of 2005, I decided I'm going to play again, but now only 10 to 12 times a month.
Yeah. Different motivation.
Really different motivation. And also in that time, I had a house on Ibiza. I rented a house together with some friends. So I brought my mountain bike to Ibiza and also my family, and we had really good quality time there. I was biking over the island there and just really enjoying the summer, the spring, and the after summer. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gave you new energy.
New energy. Yeah.
Some people know it, some people don't, but you are also a Zen teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How come?
Yeah, it was, like I said before, at the end of the 90s. Yeah, how can I say it? Something inside said for me, I am not satisfied the way I am living. And what's missing? I have a very beautiful girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I have a very big car. I have a very nice house. I'm very healthy. Yeah. But something was missing. And not really in words, you know, but for instance, my brother, who's also here, he said to me, come on, for the good energy, go boxing. So I went boxing and I felt in my body again, you know, really good energy. And then after some time, I wrote an interview in the newspaper in The Hague about 2 German managers which went to Japan to do a session there. Mm-hmm. A session of, I think, like 1 week sitting there in the Japanese temple, and like it was really a tough time, but also they learned a lot about themselves. And like what I was reading there in this book, because I bought the book and I was reading it like in 2 days out. 2 days it was for me. I was totally into it.
Which book was that?
It was Zen and Management. Zen and Management.
Okay.
Yeah. It
still can be found on.
Yeah. It's a really popular book in the management segment.
And that grabbed you. You thought, this is it.
It grabbed me really by the balls, you know. And it was like I had to read it 2 times after each other. And then I thought I want to do something with it, with the Zen. So I went to the bookshop again, and I thought reading another book about Zen. And then I found like a prospectus, you know, a folder of a teacher in The Hague which gave lessons in Zen. And I really didn't know how to, what do I have to think about and how does it go? Well, I thought, okay,
let's try it. Yeah.
Went to this course, and it was only sitting on the kitchen on a small black cushion. Sitting there.
With your eyes closed?
No, I had my eyes like small open, you know, like really small, and then concentrate on one point in front of me and following the breathing. And then what I noticed, that I had so many thoughts, like a tornado of thoughts going. When the one thought was coming, then the other one was coming, and it was really like hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And what happened? Did those thoughts stop by themselves? Or
Yeah, they stopped. But when I was trying to stop them, then I began very tired of want to stop it. You know, it's not possible to stop thoughts. Because what I know now is that thoughts are the same as your breathing, or the flowing of your blood, or the beating of your heart. We all have thoughts, and it's very, very healthy that we have thoughts.
We don't have to get rid of them.
We don't have to get rid of them. But at that moment, I was scared a little bit of so many thoughts. And we were sitting there like 15 minutes the first time. And I can remember that also in those 15 minutes that there was one moment of those thoughts and the judgment about those thoughts that stopped a little bit. Like it become more like water, which is very strong, rough, stormy. Yeah. It began to ease, you know, and to more like being a mirror, you know. Yeah, and that's what I noticed there, and now I can tell it in words. But at that moment, I was only experience it.
Is that the essence of Zen? Or what is the essence of Zen?
The essence of Zen?
Yeah.
The essence of Zen is concentration and is leading a healthy life.
It's a lifestyle.
It can be a lifestyle. Yeah, you can also make a rational thing out of it or a theory. Mm-hmm. But how they practice Zen in Japan is a healthy way of living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has to do with everything, not just meditating, but also
working,
your house, food, your love life.
That's it. The metaphor of Zen. For instance, when they practice it in the temples, and what I also do with people when I organize the weekends in Drenthe, is that we practice Zen, for instance, working in the garden. So doing really the farmer life, and that's really hardcore life. That's really hardcore working. And we do it also in silence, you know. So when we have to say something against each other, like really basal things or normal things, we do it. But that's one thing.
In silence.
In silence. Yeah, in silence. Also, when we get up very early. So 4:30 we get up. Then we start meditating at 5. We do 2 periods. After this, we do sports, and then we have the breakfast. So first, putting some energy in the body, and then having breakfast.
Did you stop smoking?
Smoking? Yeah, long time ago.
Okay, but not because of Zen.
No.
Did you stop anything? Did you stop using whatever?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I had to think that I had to become a vegetarian. So for about 6 months, I stopped really like eating any kind of fish or meat. But after some time, I started doing this again. But now I'm eating meat every like when I feel like doing it. For instance, we were driving this way, and we stopped at the restaurant, and I was eating a chicken soup, and that's okay. But I know when I'm eating this soup, I know that an animal has given his life to give me my energy.
It sounds like eating mindfully.
Like this, or like the Indians. The Indians, for instance, they did it like when there was like the bisons, they came by every once a year with a lot of bisons, and the Indians they shoot them, but before they shoot them, because I think for the whole crowd of Indians which were living there, they had like maybe 5 bisons were enough, so they made it like a kind of a prayer that the bisons give their life to keep them alive.
Be thankful.
Be thankful, and also know that everything is one.
Yeah, it supports each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you respect that, and you give some love back or whatever.
We're not separated.
Yeah. I want to talk about that oneness some more, but first of all, I know almost for sure that a lot of young DJs are watching this and think, I'm gonna get inspired by Charly Lownoise. This man became a big star. I want to become a big star also. Mm-hmm. What's the best advice you can give to young guys and girls who want to reach the same as you reached?
Follow your heart.
No advice, no rules you have to follow. No mistakes.
No rules. Don't follow any rules, because the best thing is that you do what is inside you. You know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just said all one, no separation. Yeah. For instance, I learned a lot about Ben Liebrand, Lex van Koevoorde, about Peter Slaghuis, which were very big examples for me.
In the 80s.
In the 80s. Yeah. But I made my own style out of it, and that's very important for the youngsters, that they don't have any rules. And for instance, when I was making music, the first music that I produced was like copies of KLF. You know, I tried to make KLF
Last Train to Trans Central.
Yeah, so my first record, RJ's Rule, Rave This Nation, was really like a copy of KLF.
You have to start somewhere.
That's it. And then afterwards, you let go of the examples and you become your example, but in your form. So that's what I was telling you before. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Emptiness is form. That's it. That's the whole explanation of it.
Could you say that you are the inventor of happy hardcore?
The inventor.
How did it go? Did you just pitch at the wrong time? You thought, hey, that sounds nice. How? Where did it come from?
Yeah, Theo and me began working together, Mental Theo. And he was like really the man of the hardcore records. I was like the man of the melodies. And when we came together, that was like that he put up the tempo, and I put on the melodies.
Yeah.
So I was in my studio like trying to reach a perfect sound. And he was like, oh no, that you don't have to make it perfect, you know. And then we were playing also as DJs in Germany with the rave sound, you know. Marusha, Westbam, DJ Dick and all those kind of hard sequencer. They made like a really happy sound, which was really, which became in my heart, you know. Yeah. I liked it very much. And also...
It touched you.
It touched me very much. And then we came in England and the breakbeats and that touched Theo. Yeah. So together we made this thing, and we said, okay, we have to do a little bit of rave, a little bit of Dutch hardcore, and a little bit of English happy hardcore, Britain hardcore, and then put it together and make happy hardcore. And that's when happy hardcore. So we are the inventors of happy hardcore, but we are also not. We did it together with the rave, with happy hardcore in England, and with the hardcore in Holland.
Is that the same for everything in life? Can nobody claim that he is the inventor of everything?
Nothing. We are all doors.
Doors?
The doors.
Yeah. And where does it come from through that door? Inspiration?
It comes. It just comes. Be still, and it comes through you.
You're talking Bruce Lee now.
Really?
Yeah, he once said, be still like water, my friend.
Okay.
But it's another thing. Okay, let me think. This is also for the website about Advaita, non-duality.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
mellow? Have you ever been mellow?
Have you ever been to a satsang?
To satsang? No, never been to satsang. No. I saw it many times on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I really like it.
Do you see, of course you see comparison with Zen, but what's the main difference then between non-duality and Zen?
Well, I think that I like satsang more than the things in Zen, because in Zen it is more like you have an authority, you have like a teacher which is in front of you, and this is the Japanese Zen, I'm not talking about the Japanese Zen. But in that's in Japan, you sit like in front of this teacher, and the teacher says, okay, tell me your answer on this question or that question, and I don't know. No. Okay, then go sitting again. Sit, and they hit you with the stick. Sit again.
Very strong.
Yeah, very strong. And think about the answer. Next time I want to have a real good answer.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit crazy. We are not Japan, you know. We are not separated, but we are not the same culture.
No.
But and then you have this satsang. When I see this satsang in, for instance, Hans Laurentius, sometimes I see it on your channel. Then I think that's a really good modus, because something spontaneously comes out of the silence, and that's what I really like, because that's also the essence of Zen. When you go deeper and you go. Voorbij. Hoe zeg je voorbij? Voorbij in English. Voorbij in English. Past. When you pass the teachers, when you pass the masters, then you come to what is really spontaneously, and that's what also the teacher or the master wants from you. He wants that you go as fast as you can, seek yourself a girlfriend, make children, and live a normal life.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Become normal again.
Normal? We are normal.
Yeah, but sometimes we go to spirituality to become special.
Yeah, but that's not what Zen about. I don't know other things, but Zen is not about special. Zen is about normal life.
Yeah, that's a famous quote. Before awakening, chop wood, carry water.
Yeah.
After awakening, chop wood, carry water. But still, a lot of people see you as a special someone. You know, when I tell people I did an interview this afternoon with Charly Lownoise. Oh, and how is this man in real? Is he nice? Does he have a big ego? That has to do something with you. When you come at an airport and there are, maybe not today, but then in the 90s, 500 girls screaming.
Yeah.
What does that do with your... Does it fuck up your brain? What does it do?
Well, yeah. I can imagine when I think back that we were playing in Saarbrücken in Germany, and we came with our car in front of the hotel, and we had to play the next day there. We came in front of the hotel, and there were many girls sleeping there in sleeping bags in front of the hotel, just to see. We were thinking just to see some other guys caught in the act, which were also sleeping in the same hotel.
Backstreet Boys, kind of bad.
Yeah, but they were just lying there to see us, you know. So
Charly Lownoise and mental.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, but that does something with your brain.
Yeah. It also, I heard some teachers say, an artist coach who said it gives you kind of chemicals in your brain which you can get addicted to.
Yeah.
How do you keep sane when you get that kind of fame and that kind of attention from people?
Yeah, it's crazy because I had not so long time, but I had short time that I was also believing in my own success, you know. Yeah. And for instance, this DJ, which is standing there on the stage and gets all the applause, and when I was coming home, I was the same.
Yeah,
I was not the boyfriend of my girlfriend. Yeah. No, I was the DJ, you know. So, for instance, the same as the director of a bank, which is the manager, comes home and is the same against his wife and his children. And
what does that do? Did that relationship
didn't end very well?
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, also because of that.
Yeah. And no regrets? You think, man, I don't think my career was that important?
I had regrets, but at this moment I don't have any regrets. I just, I faced it. And I've seen that it had all to do with some kind of things, and then it's okay like this. I'm still alive. I have now a beautiful girlfriend also, and
no children.
No children, no.
No regrets on that.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think you would be a great father.
Yeah, I think also.
Yeah,
I think also. Yeah.
But you're the father of Happy Hardcore, but that will die out sometime.
Yeah.
And you didn't give your genes. Yeah, you gave the music. That's also that's also great.
Yeah, one of my teachers, he said, it's not so important to give a biological life. You can also give it in another form. Yeah. So I said,
that's what you still do.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Let me think. There's so much things I want to ask you. We talked about in non-duality. We talk about the person being a fiction. Huh? Mm-hmm. That it's just one is doing a dance right now.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's the beginning of Zen and the end of Zen. The beginning of Zen and the end of Zen. The beginning says you already know everything what you want to know. You already know everything, and you don't know. And at the end of Zen, in Zen, you also have like you're becoming very. Because in front of you there's a teacher, he's asking you questions. What is the sound of one clapping hand, one hand clapping? Or can you show me the face can you show me your face before the birth of your parents? And he wants answers on those questions.
That's Koan.
Koan, that's Koan training.
Can they be answered, those Koans?
They can be answered. They can be answered, but they can be answered and they can't be answered because you pass also those answers. So they give you like an answer, like an insight, and then you think I got it. Well, you don't got it. No. You never have it. You always have to go on. That's the same in music, and that's why I say you already know what you have to know. For instance, you do the same. You interview all those teachers and those masters and those spiritual guys and everything, but you want to know that
it's a confirmation of what I already know inside.
Yeah, but it's also every time a different record.
Yeah.
Every time a different song.
Yeah.
But the underlayment, the song, the music is the same.
Yeah.
Where it is built out is the same.
Yeah.
And that is exactly where it's all about.
Could we call that love?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's the thrill. It's the love thrill. It's the fundament. It's the it is bliss. You know, it is bliss.
Yeah.
So it's not really important if you do Zen, if you are in the Islam, if you are Christian, if you are a DJ, if you are whatever you want to be. But the main thing is that it's in your heart.
Yeah. It has to come from inside.
Yeah, it has to come from inside, not from outside.
And can you name an example of things you used to do but you now say no to? I can imagine cutting cords at the opening of a new mall, or
no. For instance, when I was performing with Theo in the 90s, we started as DJs and we started as computer producers, you know, and that's what we liked really a lot. So having a lot of fun in the studio and also going out in Germany, in Holland, all over the world, and having fun there and play our new records, which we just produced in the studio. Yeah. But for instance, when we had the great success afterwards, we were just going out for playing on the keyboard, which was not coupled to any kind of mixer or anything. It just was fake, you know.
Oh,
so
playbacking,
and that was in the beginning like doing 2 or 3 shows in a month. It was okay, but after a while we did like 30 shows a month, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was not from the heart.
Not from the heart.
No.
This was only for the money and just grabbing everything. And
it was an act.
It was an act.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was an act.
Yeah. But is there something wrong with that? In Advaita they say there are no mistakes. Everything is just as it is, and
it's no mistake. I don't judge it, but the only thing is, the heart is bigger, and the heart is whole.
Let's say they ask you for the jury of The Voice of Holland.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
I like it because I like to give my opinion. I like, for instance, yesterday I was watching the program, and I was thinking, how many talents have we got? For instance, Pleun was singing her Pleun bier nog iets. She was singing, and I was having those goosebumps, you know. And then Waylon said it all, and I thought that's a really good job to be there in the jury. I'm not a master at music because I have to play my music in the computer, just touching with 2 fingers the keyboard. But I can be touched, and I also can give people trust, you know, and faith in what they do.
Dus that could be a next career for you also, producing new talent, or...
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I already do it with a young DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no singers, female singers?
No.
Or,
No.
And how can I taste the difference between something that is made from the heart and something that's made from the head?
A hit made out of the head can also be a hit in the heart of some other people. It's not that...
It's not universal.
No. You know what it is? For me, it is important to produce something out of the heart. Because when I feel like emotional, then I know that a lot of other people also feel the same emotion, because emotion is universal. You understand? Yeah. But when you are very smart, you can also make a hit out of the head, because you know with the head which is emotional. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that's no problem.
Okay. And tonight, when you were playing for let's say 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I did that also, playing a lot in clubs, and for me, at one point in the evening, there comes a kind of shift where the DJ goes away, the audience goes away, and the only thing that's left is that vibe, that atmosphere, that party scene. How is that for you? Do you still experience that shift?
Yeah, same. And it also goes. It also goes.
Yeah.
Like it's coming, you're in this flow, and everything disappears and it just happens. But also at some moments, then you are in the duality again.
Yeah. How come? Where does the magic end?
That's the head.
the head comes in.
Yeah, that's the head. That's the head.
People become aware of themselves.
Yeah, and that's also emotion. Because sometimes I also, sometimes I'm also scared. I have it also sometimes that I'm scared.
When you're playing?
Yeah, sometimes. It's not many times. But sometimes I also feel like a bit of scaredness comes. That's also an emotion. I think you can experience it also. Eh? Yeah. And then when I experience a little bit of scaredness, then I feel that I'm in this duality.
Yeah.
But I also can laugh at it. Oh yeah, oh there it comes again, yeah. And then I go on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then it goes. Just like the clouds in the sky, just like the waves on the water. It's okay. It's a part of me.
How come that when we are playing, I tried once making a playlist in the afternoon. I said, I'm going to play that song and then that song and then that song. And I tried it. After 3 songs, I threw away the playlist. This doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Well, how come?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about our job, like being a DJ. That the audience, the crowd, helps you to choose your records.
It's a strange thing how that works.
It's one.
So, but who decides the direction then? Are you the orchestrator of the? What is orchestrating the thing?
Well, both.
Audience and DJ.
Yeah, both. They do it both.
Yeah.
Yeah. For instance, I'm giving this step forward to no. The party organization is booking me for a party. Okay, then I say, yes, I do it. I come and I start my gig.
Yeah.
And then some of the audience from the crowd come to me and say, hey, Ramon, can you please play this and this record?
Yeah.
They help me. And I said, yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's really good what you, that's a really good suggestion.
That's a strange thing, because sometimes you don't know, and there comes someone from the audience who says exactly the right track you have to play at the time.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's strange, huh? Yeah, and that's a beautiful moment.
And that is also in satsang and also in Zen, when you have this conversation.
A question pops up.
It comes up. And the wholeness, the oneness comes up in the satsang and also in the Daison with the Zen or whatever you call it.
Doesn't that feel a little bit awkward for you? Because you get paid a lot of money to play the records. The audience has to pay money to come and visit the party. Isn't that a little bit out of balance?
Yeah.
If we talk about this, because the audience plus the DJ makes the party. And yeah, I know there has to be some difference, but we know that it's all the same. So, well, let's talk a little bit, if you want to, a little bit about money, because that's, for me, I stopped playing as a DJ because I didn't get the feeling out of it anymore. I hated it at the last couple of gigs.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
But I still thought, man, but this is 1,000, 2,000 euros I can earn here in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I cannot say no to this. But all my body said, and the strange thing, I got really scared to play records because my whole body said, no, never again.
Yeah.
But money, it still is a part of how
I know the feeling. I know exactly the feeling what you're talking about that. But that is becoming a head thing.
Yeah.
That's head.
You cannot follow that motivation.
No. And it's also very nice when people like you so very much that they pay a lot of money for you to come and do your trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So?
For instance, how is it? This Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
I don't think that he just comes to a satsang all over the sea, from Canada to Holland, just for the energy, for the prana. No. And I don't think that that other guys which are doing a very good thing do it. I think money is also energy. Yeah, and when you see it like this,
it's love. Money, it's a package of love people give you.
Yeah, but when you don't see it like this, you can also see money like something else, like dirty cash.
Yeah, but that's when you earn it maybe in the wrong way, when your heart is not in it. Because I know when I earn a lot of money and I go out the next day to eat and I taste the food and I know it's made with love, I give a big tip.
Yeah.
Then the energy starts flowing again.
Yeah. And the same, for instance, when I see Lionel Messi playing. I like it so much when he plays the soccer, you know. He is not... he likes the game. He really likes the game from the beginning until the end.
Yeah.
I never saw him, maybe one time that I saw him like being a little bit of negative. But most of the time, he is just as good as he ever was.
Yeah.
And that is really, really, really good, you know.
Yeah.
And that is the most important, that you like the play.
Yeah.
Just the play. It's the play.
Yeah.
It's all the game.
What do you think is a good age that a DJ should stop DJing? DJ Jean is now, what is he, 52, 51?
Yeah.
Isn't that, aren't you
Never.
losing? No?
Never. No.
Aren't you losing the connection with the youth and
No. It's
people?
then it's the heart.
Okay,
It's
the
a
heart
heart.
is timeless. It's ageless.
Yeah, it's inside, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever the people say. For instance, Heino. Heino, Heino the singer.
Yeah.
I was walking in Germany and one time, and I saw this big billboards of Heino, and he was. I thought he was already dead.
Yeah.
But he was like 72, and he made a new
false.
album.
Yeah.
And he was there with his white hair and his black glasses, and just made a big tour. 72, unbelievable.
Yeah. So you think you're still gonna do this?
I think I said to Theo last time. I think that in 20 years we were coming on the stage with the rollators.
In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
I can imagine that. Yeah. Okay, some final words, because your brother is getting a little bit anxious. He wants to get some nice clothes.
At the shopping mall.
At the shopping outlet. For some young DJs, I want, one of the reasons I do this interview is also to inspire them.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, you also inspired headhunters.
Mm-hmm.
Willem is also into. Should every young DJ get a taste of this Zen thing, Advaita thing? Can they help?
If they want, then they have to do it. But I think the real important thing is just to follow your heart, you know, just to do what you like and do it as long as possible. I had a few years ago, I had a very famous DJ, which is now very big in the hardstyle scene also. We had some appointments, we did some meditation, and we talked about this thing. And he was not satisfied with his life at that moment. And I said to him, man, you have such a really good life, and maybe you don't see it at this moment, but you can do this thing which you were dreaming of when you were a little child. You are playing very good music, and you have a lovely girlfriend, and you're traveling all around the world for so many people which like the things you are doing at this moment. So live your life. Do it at this moment. You are 30. Live your life. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And he did it. And he's very thankful.
It worked.
Yeah, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So I want to say to all the youngsters, the DJs, just do whatever you want. And love life. Love what you do.
Finally, some advice for jocks or DJs who feel like they're maybe also coming into a burnout, that they think it's all too much traveling, too much everything. We have in Holland here this guy who stopped playing as a DJ, who also became in a burnout. What's his name again? He was also at RTL. What was his name again? He was this RTL late night. Not Sidney Sampson, but.
Yeah, I know what you. The guy who is with this runner with Nicky Romero.
Nicky Romero. He stopped playing because he couldn't handle the stress anymore.
And that is really important. So listen to your heart. Listen what your heart is saying. I mean, when you feel, listen to your body. Your heart is your body.
Yeah.
So listen.
But there's a management that says, "Come on, don't be silly. You're 20, 25. You can handle this. It's all between the ears."
Yeah.
Is it maybe the fault of the managers who keep pushing their talent, or?
It's not the fault. It's your responsibility. It's your own responsibility. You also can say no
to a gig or for a year.
Or what you can say is like, what I want to do now is that I'm just playing once a month or 2 times a month, but to get some air.
Yeah.
Really, really like literal and also physical. Get some air.
Yeah.
Go out. I know what it's like to be in a studio, sitting there and only producing, getting white of not coming outside, no vitamins D, just sitting inside, no fresh air, and just sitting and just being creative. Well, there's a big story. You can't be creative if you want it, because creativity just comes when you let it go. You know.
Inspiration isn't something you can order via email or telephone.
No, that's what we think.
We think we can make this.
And if they want it, then we come to the point of Zen. And I don't want to use the word because it's hurting my
your throat.
My throat, because words are also like sounds. But then you come to quietness. Just go in quietness. Go for 1 week or 2 weeks alone in the mountains and see what kind of inspiration comes there. Read a book about Nietzsche, how he did handle this thing when he was a professor, went to the hills, to the mountains in Italy, and get some inspiration from those guys. Yeah.
So no quick fix. You don't have any advice for jocks or DJs who are now at the edge of the cliff. And you say, okay, tomorrow at 9 a.m. get up, start meditating, start running. No program.
There are many things. You can go sporting. You can go sporting. Go outside. You can let your energetic body flow. You can sit quiet in meditation groups. It's all possible. But the main thing is that
listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
Roxette saying it. When people want to watch your documentary online, is it also with English subtitles?
No. Yeah, we have to do that still.
We have to get someone.
It's good that you say it. You told it already to me, I think 100 years ago. So.
In the Dutch interview, for our Dutch viewers, there's also a Dutch interview we did. Thanks again for this nice talk.
Yes.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.